So you're thinking about moving to Los Angeles? Well, you'll be happy to know most of us locals are very welcoming to new transplants, and we have a lot going on in the city that you're gonna love. But what do you need to know before moving here? Today I have a handy list of 7 things you should know before moving to Los Angeles, and I'm getting into it right now. Welcome back. I'm Shira Adatto, and here on this channel I cover all the ins and outs of living in the beautiful beach cities of Los Angeles. So if that content interests you, I invite you to hit the red subscribe button below to stay in the know. I make a ton of videos about living in Los Angeles and have people who are thinking of moving here reaching out to me all the time, and I absolutely love hearing from you all. So if that's you, do not hesitate to get in touch with me at the contact info below. So let's dive in. Things to know before moving to LA. Well, with a current population of almost 4 million people, Los Angeles is repeatedly voted one of the best places to live in California. It's always been a place that people from all over the country and the world move here for, with hopes to make their entertainment industry dreams come true. But it's also known for having beautiful nature, amazing weather, and an abundance of things to do. So here are some of my top things to know before moving here. Number 1, this city is really big and very compartmentalized. So where you live in LA really matters. LA is not like most other big cities. It's very spread out, and the public transportation system is not a very good one. It's not impossible to get around using public transportation, but you'll soon realize that driving is a must here. But you should also know that even though Los Angeles is a city, it's so big that there are many cities within the city. And each city can definitely have its own vibe and its own energy. For example, Culver City feels very different than Santa Monica, while Silver Lake is an entirely different vibe than some of the beach cities, for example. Different cities can even have really varying weather, even though they may only be a few miles apart. The beach cities in the South Bay tend to run 10 degrees cooler than the cities in Los Angeles and 20 degrees cooler than the cities in the San Fernando Valley. So before choosing a city to live, you're really going to want to explore the areas and prioritize what's important to you. Number 2, the struggle of traffic is real. With almost 4 million people living here and not so great public transportation, traffic is something we deal with all the time, not just at rush hour. It sometimes makes no logical sense. You can be inching along the 405 freeway with no accidents for no reason, and then all of a sudden speed up as if nothing happened. A drive that should take 20 minutes can sometimes randomly take you an hour. So again, this is another reason why where you choose to live really matters, especially if you work outside the home and will have a commute to think about. It can greatly affect your quality of life. Number 3, you will love the weather. We have some of the best year-round weather anywhere in the country with virtually no humidity. One of the many reasons why people want to move to Los Angeles is for the weather alone. Our average daily temperatures throughout the year range from the upper 60s to the lower 70s. The hottest month is usually August, maybe September, with an average high of around 85 degrees, and the coldest month is December, with an average overnight temperature of 48 degrees and a high in the 60s. And we don't get snow, although within a 2-hour drive, you can visit snow and ski destinations in the mountains, so it's really the best of all worlds. You can expect up to about 15 inches of rainfall during the year, but still plenty of sunny days year-round, which means you can enjoy the outdoors and outdoor dining year-round. We have been experiencing a drought the past few years, and with this lack of water, wildfires have become a problem in certain areas. Number 4, earthquakes are a thing. I've lived here for over 20 years and have been woken up by a number of jolts over the years, or been shaken out of my desk chair, but there have also been a number of quakes that I never even felt. I've experienced them as a boom, like a train hitting my house, or a slower rolling feeling for a few seconds that actually feels like a few minutes when it's happening. It can feel kind of scary. And although they'll definitely get your heart beating out of your chest for a few minutes after they happen, They're generally not as bad as you would think. In these 20 years, I've never personally had any damage in my home due to an earthquake. You can get earthquake insurance supplements to your home insurance policy, but they are expensive and the deductible is extremely high, so you'll have to evaluate whether or not it makes sense for you on a personal level. Number 5, entertainment is not the only industry here. Surprisingly, Los Angeles is actually home to over 500 technology companies and startups and is really making a name for itself as one of the top technology hubs in the world. We even have an area now called Silicon Beach, which houses companies such as Hulu and Google and tons of others. And LA really does have a dynamic economy. Other industries such as healthcare, manufacturing, government, tourism, aerospace, and construction are among the top industries in Los Angeles. Number 6, you have to use crosswalks. You can't just walk around wherever and whenever you want here because unlike New York, jaywalking is not a thing here. You're gonna have to use the crosswalk and wait until you see the green sign. If you see the red hand, don't even think about it. Jaywalking tickets are very common and given freely here in LA, and it will cost you anywhere up to around $200. So before you wanna zigzag your way across Sunset Boulevard, you might wanna think of all the other things you can buy with that $200. And now last but not least, number 7, it's easy to live a healthy lifestyle here. Angelenos take health and wellness very seriously. If you already love working out and eating healthy, then you will fit right in. And if you're not, you might become inspired to start once you've moved here. California as a state in general tends to rank among the top for practicing healthy living. And while living in Los Angeles, do not be surprised to see people outdoors, walking, riding their bikes, gyms everywhere, green juice, and lots of avocado toast, and tons of residents who embrace a plant-based lifestyle. So those are my 7 things to know before moving to Los Angeles. If you'd like a copy of my relocation guide, go to losangelosliving.vip where you can download that for free. Do you have another fun fact about Los Angeles you think people should know before moving here? Or a question you'd like answered? Well, go ahead and leave me a comment on the video and I'll personally respond. Thank you for watching and I'll see you on the next one.